A man has been found guilty of masterminding graphic plans to kidnap, rape and murder TV presenter Holly Willoughby in court proceedings, as they return their verdict. Gavin Plum, 37, who had been working as a security guard, developed an obsession with the former This Morning star over a number of years and assembled an abduction kit, complete with handcuffs and metal cable ties, to help carry out his attack. A jury at Chelmsford Crown Court dismissed the 37-year-old's defence that his plans were a mere fantasy, agreeing with the prosecution that he was a prolific liar who sought to minimise the extent of his criminality. The jury took 12 hours and 19 minutes to unanimously convict him of soliciting murder and inciting rape and kidnap. As the verdicts were returned, Plum slowly shook his head and stared at the floor of the dock. He then began to weep as he was sent down to the cells, sniffling as he tried to hold back tears. In a statement, Holly Willoughby thanked the U.S. undercover police officer for helping foil Gavin Plum's plot as well as the Crown Prosecution Service and others involved. She said, "As women we should not be made to feel unsafe going about our daily lives and in our own homes. I will forever be grateful to the undercover police officer who understood the imminent threat, and to the Metropolitan and Essex police forces for their swift response. Thank you to the Crown Prosecution Service, the Right Hon Mr Justice Murray, Alison Morgan KC, the members of the jury and all involved in this case for ensuring that justice was done and that the defendant will not be able to harm any more women. I would also like to commend the bravery of his previous victims for speaking up at the time. Without their bravery this conviction may not have been possible." Following the guilty verdicts in Gavin Plum's case, Essex Police's senior investigating officer Detective Chief Inspector Greg Wood said, "Gavin Plum is a dangerous, predatory individual who was intent on causing the most serious harm to his victim." Join the Daily Record's WhatsApp community here and get the latest news sent straight to your messages. He was not just simply obsessed with Holly Willoughby. He meticulously and carefully planned, over a number of years, to carry out a depraved and violent attack, in which he plotted to deprive her of her liberty and ultimately her life. His claims in court that he was a fantasist are simply not true and were evidenced by the extent with which he plotted with others to carry out his wicked plan. The defendant, who adopted the username Big Bear to chat to others about his plot online, appeared to formulate his fantasy as early as 2011, Googling the phrase "how to meet people who plan to kidnap celebs." During the trial, jurors were taken through a lengthy sequence of events document, which displayed Plum's appalling messages to others about what he would do to the Dancing on Ice presenter. Evidence was passed to the FBI and the defendant was arrested at his flat in Harlow, Essex, on October 4 last year, where he told officers, "I'm not gonna lie, she is a fantasy of mine." In a statement released after Plum was found guilty, Essex police thanked Ms. Willoughby, who the force said had courageously supported this case throughout and bravely waived her anonymity. His kidnap plans involved attempting to ambush Ms. Willoughby at her family home, even discussing taking time off work in order to organize the attack. Plum will be sentenced at the same court on Friday, July 12.